downstairs playing video games, then I smelled smoke, so I called 911, and then I called you guys at practice. Hey, LeBron, did you ever want to be a fireman?
You know, at first we just thought they were barbecuing, then I saw the sign.
Do you have insurance, guys? Did they save your jerseys? LeBron, you got your headbands and sweating already. Where's your snake? Snakes don't like the heat. LeBron don't like the heat either. Look at these floors. They done burned up the floor.
Give me oh my goodness. Mr. Bryant, Mr. James, the fire started right here in the shoe closet.
Imagine that.
I think we got something over here.
Can you tell me what this is, Mr. Bryant?
Oh, that's just my new shoe. The Nike Zoom Kobe 5. The lightest, lowest basketball shoe in the game. Available at Foot Locker.
All that may be true, but I'm telling you as an official of the fire department, this shoe right here is just too hot.
Oh boy, here we go.
LeBron, you hear that? My shoe hot.
It's a fire hat.
Burning up.
Tamale.
Hotty hot. Smoking. Exploding. Literally caused a fire.
I heard the man, Kobe.
Put them on, you strike a match.
Great.
Push. My name is Kobe.
Kobe.
This is my shoe.
Shoe.
I got me some.
Some.
Get you some too.
Two.
Got old rain.
Rain.
And that's for show.
Show.
Rocking these shoes.
Shoes.
I get for mo.
Mo.
So low and quick.
Quick.
And that's no lie.
Lie.
This shoe so hot.
Hot.
That it's on fire.
Fire.
Yeah, it's on fire.
Fire.
It's burning hot. Uh-oh, man. Uh-oh. It is hot. I see what you mean. Call security, man. Yeah, they flaming.
It's always about an evolution for me.
So the challenge from Kobe was the lowest, lightest weight basketball shoe ever.
One question I had is, can we go to a lower cut shoe but still not lose the cushioning?
One of the things Kobe had mentioned to Eric is that he doesn't feel like he needs extra elements on a basketball shoe.
The lighter the shoe is, the less resistance you have. It's just as simple as that. I thought about the saying of basketball players can't play in low-cut shoes. If you watch a soccer player who has twice as much torque in his ankle as we do, they're able to manage just fine.
I think that was kind of a driving factor or point of inspiration for Kobe.
A lot of change of directions, change of pace, change of tempo. And I think those are similarities that we both share.
You can play at a very high level and create a high-performance basketball shoe that is indeed a low top.
You can't take a standard high top and just cut the collar off and say, great, I've got a low top shoe. You need to build it from the ground up. And we need to get lighter and lighter and lighter. When you start looking at the mechanics of cutting and how you cut, and you have to react in a split second, break, change your entire momentum, all while controlling a basketball. A player in the NBA might change direction upwards of 30 times on a given possession.
And that's where some of the fly wire comes in. You help create that one-to-one fit. So it really cinches in and around your foot and will hold your foot onto the footbed.
We try to evolve with each shoe. We try to make it even better.
It's so light, some people might pick it up and be a little amazed at how light it is.
It's clean, just beautiful. Very well done. Try to evolve with each shoe. We try to make it even better. The 5 is certainly no different. It's always about an evolution for me. I thought about the saying of basketball players can't play in low-cut shoes. But if you watch a soccer player who has twice as much torque in his ankle as we do, they're able to manage just fine.
Kobe sat down. He's like, okay. He's like, I got your next product. He goes, I want my shoe to be the lowest, lightest weight basketball shoe ever. Kobe had actually mentioned this, he referenced when we were originally talking about the idea of a low top basketball shoe that, hey, soccer players, football players wear low top shoes and they do a lot of the same movements that I do or a basketball player does. It's just not as big of an issue. It's really finding that right balance between low profile, responsive underfoot feel, but the appropriate cushioning that a player like Kobe would need. Kobe was really after creating that low top collar height that actually dips down around your ankle or malleolus.
Working with Nike to develop the shoe, it's we sit down in a room, a round table, and we just talk.
He's probably one of the most intelligent, articulate athletes I've ever worked with, and he's really into the overall design process, both from a performance and aesthetic point of view. When he threw out this challenge of the lowest, lightest weight basketball shoe, he wrote on a piece of paper, "Heart." He slid across the table to me, and I read it on heart. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do you mean by that? So I had some thoughts, but I don't want to be too presumptuous. And what Kobe meant about heart was this indomitable will that he has to be the best that he can be and to win.
It all starts from there. It all starts from how can we make me a better basketball player and perform better.
I'll take whatever Kobe just said, and I'll just immediately start sketching. So I'll usually sketch in 2 to 3 hours solid on the way home, just while everything is fresh in my mind. And generally I get ideas and concepts down there, and then it's just a matter of going back and refining. Starting with the outsole, it's a very minimal, lightweight outsole. We try to reduce as much weight and material and rubber as we could. We created this exaggerated herringbone pattern that was very much patterned after the heartbeat, and it worked out great on the product. It reduced a lot of weight and provided excellent traction, and just gives you a little bit of insight to Kobe's inspiration or insight into the product. We developed this code specific to Kobe. It's so complicated and secretive, I don't even understand it. So you could take a letter and go through a number of these different layers or processes, and you have a subsequent dot matrix pattern. So we incorporated that onto the product in the outsole. So there's this unique dot pattern on the sidewall of the outsole, and I'll reveal it here, but actually says heart. So that's part of the inspiration back to Kobe.
The one question I had is, can we go to a lower cut shoe but still not lose the cushioning, that I like to have?
We put in 2 zoom bags, one thicker one in the heel and then a little lower profile under the first met head, kind of the 2 key areas that a basketball player will have during the course of a game. We have a glass fiber reinforced midfoot plate to give you just that extra support and stability underneath the foot, especially in through the arch. Some of the stability is accomplished by bringing up the foot frame to make sure that the heel is locked down into the footbed, and then also the external counter to really make sure that your foot is not sliding around on the footbed. It's a lightweight Phylon midsole and then a true low top design, and it gives you that range of motion and mobility. You need that balance to make sure that the shoe is secure and it's supportive, and that's really where some of the flywire construction really comes into play. This was a new flywire construction and material, so we've sandwiched the flywire in between these thin skins. This type of flywire construction is actually half the thickness and half the weight of the original flywire construction. This is basically the Kobe upper, and this is the new flywire construction and new flywire skins. So this is all highly engineered to find the right containment, to make sure that these fibers are in the right place to really give you the security and hold your foot onto the footbed. It's all done and accomplished in a very minimal, very lightweight package, all resulting in a very lightweight, in this case about 10.6 ounce high performance basketball shoe.
You're making a shoe that's extremely comfortable, particularly when other players are wearing them and opposing players are wearing them, because then you're really doing something good, because even though you're competing against them, they feel like to win this championship or to play the game that they want to play, they want to play them in your shoes because they perform the best and they're the most comfortable.
When we finally sat down with the final concepts and confirmation samples of the different colorways, Kobe took one of them, and he was excited about all of them, but he took one in particular, and it was the shoe that he'll debut Christmas Day, and he just said, he goes, "This is my favorite shoe of all time." So, I mean, that was definitely, made us all smile that, we're on the right track.